homeless Jose, who's the first homeless transient to announce his candidacy for the presidency. How you doing? Can I call you homie?
Oh, sure. Thank you very much. May I call you Barbara?
Yes.
Barbara, thank you very much today for having me here, because today I'm very glad to announcing that I will be running, but not too far, within reason, for President of the United States of America.
Homie, you are the only homeless guy, and Puerto Rican to boot, running for the presidency. What is your party affiliation and platform?
Well,
and what are you going to do for the homeless?
I am a party of one, Barbara, and my platform is to restore the Constitution, end poverty and organized crime in America by abolishing the IRS. And you asked about the homeless. Well, listen, the homeless are free to do whatever they want to do, as long as they don't bother nobody.
But what about Social Security?
Well, we will have to phase out socialist security, as I call it, because you're going to have to buy your own insurance and your own retirement account. You can't trust politicians with that kind of stuff. Let me tell you something, Barbara. If Socialist Security was a private insurance company and they did what they have done with your money, they will be in a federal penitentiary serving several life sentences. Oh, and I also want to cut the food stamp program in Puerto Rico because, too many heavies, you know what I mean?
Okay. And what will you do about illegal alien crisis and amnesty?
Well, my administration will stop this illegal alien invasion and secure the borders. And we will warn the corrupt Mexican government that if they don't stop the invasion of these very small brown people, I'll send the Marines and execute regime change and return Mexico to the Aztecs and to their cousins the Mayans and change the name to Texas. And this way, they don't have to make the trip, they will already be here. You know what I'm trying to mean?
Yes. What about the corruption in Washington, D.C.?
Well, I know what you mean. I think we will have to invade Washington, D.C. too and get rid of the cancer. Overthrow the communist regime there and hang the politicians for treason.
But what about the term limits?
What's the matter? Hanging is not enough limitation for you? Okay, look. In my administration, we will have no more career politicians. No more career politicians in government, only ordinary, real people. One term at a time and for minimum wages only. No cushy retirement for politicians and no attorneys can ever run for office in judges. And we were going to deport the ACLU to Venezuela.
Oh my God, but what about civil rights?
Well, when we restore the Constitution, you will have unalienable rights. What do you need civil rights for? We're going to abolish that 14th Amendment. And finally free all the black people and all the white people who were suffering in the slaves in the war against the states. You didn't know that, Barbara? Don't tell me. You went to public school, right?
Wait a minute. Didn't Lincoln free the state? The slaves?
Come on, give me a break, Barbara. You did go to public school. Lincoln's war made everyone equal as slaves to the public debt of that war, some of which we are still paying today, Barbara. You didn't know that, I bet. Eh?
But what will you do on the war on terror?
End the war. End the war.
Oh, good.
Bring the boys home.
Oh, that's wonderful.
But not before doing what Jefferson did when he sent the Marines into Tripoli to destroy the pirate fascist Asahoras who had wanted to destroy America in his day.
Oh my God. Okay. What about programs? What do you propose? What kind of programs do you propose for education?
Why must everything be a program for you, Barbara? Why, you brainwash or something? Look, no more public schools. Freedom, liberty, have a price. Pay your own way. my mother used to say.
But what about health care programs? What, under your administration? What's going to happen to them?
You continue with this program stuff. Look, let me tell you, this under my administration, there will be no national health care programs or HMOs. Forget about it. Pay your own way, Jose. Let the free market work. You know what I'm trying? As a matter of fact, I'm going to make that the motto of my administration and my campaign. Pay your own way, Jose.
Okay, homie. Now, they've been talking a lot about the national ID cards. What will you do about a national ID card?
Nothing. You want an ID, get a passport or make your own ID. What's the matter? You don't know who you are?
Yeah, I guess I do. Oh, now, the United Nations says we owe them billions of dollars in dues. How will you pay all that money back?
I will tell you. I will pay nothing to the United Nations because what have they given to the American people? Eh? Not too much, I submit to you. In fact, I will evict the United Nations. And to give the assets and the land and everything nice to the Pequot Indians so that they can make a big casino over there in the East River.
Oh, big casino, okay. Okay, on another note, inflation seems to be eating away at the value of the dollar. What will you do to restore the dollar?
Simple. Issue real money. Backed by silver and gold and the full faith and credit of the American people. Pay as you go government. I mean, let me ask you something, Barbara. Where did all the gold and the silver go, huh? You ever think about that?
I had never thought about it.
Yeah.
Well, what will you do about the national debt and the national deficit? And
Simple. We end the U.S. government bankruptcy. You know what I'm trying to mean? We're going to repudiate this fictitious national debt and break up the banking cartel and, let me tell you, this is a no-brainer. Ask me a real difficult question.
Okay, what will you do about the military in your administration?
In a Jose administration, we will maintain a strong defense, second to none. Raise military salaries, pensions, and take care of the veterans and their families, and account for every penny. And we will complete our missile defense system and make bigger and better weapons to kill people and break their stuff. You know what I'm trying to mean to say?
Yeah, I think so. What about energy policy? Our dependency on foreign oil?
We will end dependency on foreign oil by using rum and Coca-Cola and ending diabetes at the same time. Just joking. But let me ask you something. What about water? We have the technology to make hydrogen from water. As we coast down the road, never having to stop at a gas pump again. Not to mention, no more pollution. Read my lips. No more pollution. The problem is, of course, that the politicians, they make too much revenues from the taxes on gas. And the oil cartel, they will not be able to continue to fleece the people as the